Welcome to Bite-Sized Crime, a true crime podcast, less about the truth and more about the crime, presented in bite-sized portions. On this program, we will take you right into some of the world's most terrifying crimes that happen in everyday life. Everything in this show could happen to just about any of you, which would be horrible. But if it does, email us your stories at bitesizedcrime@gmail.com. Before we dive into the horrendous, fucked up, unthinkable, gut-wrenching things on today's episode, we need to take a moment to tell you about our sponsor. Bite-Sized Crime is brought to you by a job. A job is this thing you go to daily to earn money. A job often includes lowering your standards to afford a 4K television just for them to make an 8K television a few months later when it's too late for you to return the TV to Walmart. But it's not really too late. The manager just has a god complex. Plus, he might have slept with his wife. So get your 40-year-old ass out of your parents' house and get a job today, you lazy pricks. Today, we'll be investigating a criminal so committed to doing crimes, he is willing to jump through the multiverse to commit them. The Multiverse Murderer. He grew up like any other child in the multiverse. Holy shit, we're saying that word so many damn times you can make a drinking game out of it and get more trash than Charlie Sheen at a brothel. Now, back to our story. Little Ted grew up in Manhattan under the 616 in the 1950s. He was an only child, like most killers, because they are socially disabled. No offense to all those only children, but I'm just reading the facts from Wikipedia. Ted was like any other only child, except he never wished for siblings, but instead, all he wanted was an uncle. But not the kind of uncle who would massage your shoulders while at a family pool party with olive oil, then ask you to hold his pool noodle. No. What Ted wanted was something so much more special, like having an uncle who with his last breath would give you so bullshit advice. Instead of bank card passwords, where to find your lost parents, or anything fucking useful. There will be more bite-sized crime after this break. Welcome back. Our murderer of the week, Ted, once in high school, became close to a boy named Peter Parker, whose initials were PP. PP. Peter Parker's parents' whereabouts are still unknown, or else we'd be doing an episode about him, because this one kinda sucks, web blasters. Peter was taken in by his Uncle Ben and Aunt May, who get younger each reboot because sex still sells. Instead of being grateful of his uncle, Peter was a little punk-ass bitch about it. Then, when Ted saw Peter and his Uncle Ben's up-and-down relationship, he decided it must go down one last time. One night while Peter was buying strawberry carrot milk at one of those convenience stores where they keep the Playboys behind the counter with no cover over the magazines, so the whole wall is covered in muffs and Marble 100s. Ted noticed Peter in the store and quickly took the opportunity to find Uncle Ben, who was oddly enough one block down, then take his life and taking away the chance to tell Peter that with great power comes great deals on a 2020 Toyota with 0 down. Oh shit, start reading the ad again. Fuck. Uncle Ben was dead, but Ted was not satisfied. He just wanted to murder him again and again and again. So one summer-loving night, while watching Grease 3, John Travolta's P-tape, Ted took 3 gallons of baby Benadryl. Then he began to trip to the sweet sounds of Travolta's grease lightning urine stream. That's when he had made a life-altering discovery. If he were to pee on an easy-bake oven, the multiverse would tear open, giving him a chance to murder all the multiple Uncle Bens. Ted began with the Tobey Maguire version, then jumping into every reboot and cartoon adaptation that would follow, until he tried to kill the MCU Uncle Ben, only to realize his death was never seen on screen. This created a paradox in which Ted Cruz no longer had a purpose. So like every other middle-aged white male with an oversized ego, Ted became a Republican senator, reminding us all that the multiverse ain't nothing to fuck with. Until next crime, this has been Bite-Sized Crime. Bite-Sized Crime is written, performed, and created by Corey Snap. Follow us, like us, subscribe everywhere. Thank you for listening.